reports from DanielRPK via World of Real. Dawn of the Jedi, the upcoming Star Wars film directed by James Mangold, is scheduled to begin filming in late 2024. Mangold is expected to start work on the project after completing A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan biopic. I like biopic. I'm going with that. Set for release in December 2024. If production proceeds as planned, the film may release as early as 2027. There have been claims that another Star Wars project, Daisy Ridley's new Jedi Order with director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, has experienced some delays. However, Ridley recently has stated that the upcoming film should be expected soon, or at least some details on it, leaving the timeline for the release of Dawn of the Jedi uncertain. Meanwhile, Mando and Grogu is currently in production and is set for release on May 22nd, 2026. Details about Dawn of the Jedi remain extremely limited, though it is confirmed to be set during the origins of the Jedi Order. The script is being co-written by Mangold and Andor writer Beau Willimon. That's a nice combo. More updates on Dawn of the Jedi could be revealed at Star Wars Celebration in Japan. Perhaps even some announcements on some of the story details. Guys, what do we think about this? I mean, if he's finishing A Complete Unknown now, it's got to be done, right? I mean, it's coming out soon. So
I think there's a trailer. I mean, I think it's, I feel like that's already out there. I think for me, this is good news. We've talked a lot on this show about Star Wars. We're ready to get Star Wars back in the theater. I'm thankful for streaming. I'm thankful for TV, but we've kind of gone too far in that direction. Mm-hmm. So the fact that there's movie things happening to me is good news, exciting news, a step in the right direction. I'm gonna throw it to Jim. Jim's a writer. Jim's a TV guy. Where does this hit for you, hearing that, there's movies, seemingly in the pipeline?
Yeah, well, I do agree with you. I am excited to get back to movies. I hope that they aren't about to overcorrect in the wrong direction. I think that's something that we all probably love as Star Wars fans, is actually a little bit of scarcity every once in a while. So hit me with a movie a year, please, by all means. That sounds good, but I don't necessarily need the Infinity Saga. I'm excited. I'm excited by this stuff, and I'm especially excited by this project because it is so distanced from everything else that I feel like if you can't tell your new and original Star Wars story however you want to in this sandbox, where can you do it? So that is also exciting.
I'm excited too, because it sounds like, of all the movies that were announced, Mando and Grogu at all this, what was it? Was it in London, I guess? Mando and Grogu, the Daisy movie, and this movie. This one to me felt like the least likely to happen. If I had to pick one that I felt was not going to actually make it through, I thought it'd be this one. But man, and that Willimon and Mangold together. Yeah. Wow. I mean,
that feels like up there in the same level as getting Ridley and, Willimon, getting that Andor, kind of taking that writer's thing up a notch, taking that director's thing up a notch. Like, let's add some weight to it.
Now, did I hear, though, that I feel like buried in all of that good news is that the Daisy movie's hitting a bit of a snag? Because I want to know what happens next guy. And so that I get nervous there.
I think there's been there's been a little bit of concern, a little bit back and forth on where, I think it was supposed to be further along than it is right now. Mm-hmm. I think that's the problem that Star Wars runs into, Lucasfilm runs into specifically, is they announce things and people don't, you get it. We get it because we have friends in the business like yourself. Things like, if you say a movie's going to be done for 2026, like, don't start banking on it yet. Wait till things get going. It takes forever to get scripts done, right? I mean, how many times do they go through script edits and things like that,
Yeah, no, to take it back to sports ball, this is everybody putting the Jets in the Super Bowl, during the off season.
Preseason rankings are the worst.
Exactly. It is. There's a lot of excitement around these announcements, and I don't want to, put a damper on Comic-Con or Star Wars Celebration or any of that stuff. But I work in development right now. I've been in development for TV for the past 3 years, and we call it development hell. It's, they take your babies out back and get rid of them, I like regularly. So you just kind of have to wait till you're sitting in the movie theater eating the popcorn. That's when I believe. When the trailer comes out, I believe it. That's usually when my excitement level spikes.
Well, and I just don't want them to tell me, like, if I boil it down to my everyday life level, it's like, don't tell my kids we're going to do something until we're really going to do it. Because if I say on Monday, hey, this weekend we might go wherever, and then that changes, I messed up because I told them we were going, and they're like, wait, we're not going. And then they're mad, and they're asking me 50 times, like, don't say it until we're basically there or we're walking out the door to go do it. That's on 100%. Me. We've gotten a lot of that over the years, and it's not just Disney and Star Wars, it's Marvel. We've gotten that in a lot of different places, but it's a lesson like, let's get some things farther down the line before we go, hey, guess what we're working on?
Yep, for sure.